Alright guys, welcome back. So the last thing that I have planned, and if you guys have any more ideas as to how we can make this cooler, please let me know in the comment section. But anyway, the last thing I want to do here is, let's go ahead and take a look at Hacker News. We'll visit the link. And as you can see on Hacker News, they've got a bit of a tiny little feature here that shows you the root or the base URL where the link came from. Now, if we go ahead and open this, for example, you'll see that that isn't the full link. It's chrome.googleblog, blah, 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 and there's a full path, right? However, it just shows you the base here. So we can go ahead and take care of that and just kind of put it right here on the side so that before people even click on the link, they know essentially where it came from. So what we can do is jump into our editor, and we're going to go to that same helper file that we used to make the protocol, this feature here, where we allowed people to post links without the protocol. So we're gonna go to that same file, and that's it's the module URL helper, and we'll create a new method here. And guys, by the way, if any ideas as to how this can be done a different way, please let me know. This is sort of a little, just a thrown together way to do it, so might not be the best way, but it does work for our purposes for this very simple app. So we're going to create a method called root source URL, call it whatever you want, base, whatever, and then we'll pass in URL as an argument, and we're going to create a couple variables. This one will be called new URL, and we're going to use the URI parse method and pass it that parameter. Do that, and then we'll create another one called string URL. We're going to turn it into a string, and we'll make the new URL into a string using that Ruby method 2s, and then we're going to substitute some stuff. So we'll use the string URL, we'll do sub, and we use this regex expression here. Just go ahead and copy paste it if you don't want to type it all in. So I'm going to do https slash, we'll need the else, and we'll do backslash forward slash backslash forward slash. That looks, no, that's not right. Is that right? Let's try it out. I think that should work. And then we'll also add the www, and boom, and we'll add the end. So we'll also make close out the method. So let's go ahead and save that. Not 100% sure I've got it right. We'll just fix it if it doesn't work. So the next step is to add it to our index in our view, so it's right here. So we're gonna make it a span so it shows up right here. You can put it anywhere. You can put it below this, or do whatever you want. But I think for the sake of this, we'll just copy what Hacker News is doing, Hacker News, and just put it right there. So let's do that. Also, I believe Reddit does the same thing. Let's see. Yeah, you see they've got Imgur right there, and this is pretty much the base URL of where the link came from. So excuse me, let's do that. So we'll go into our views, and let's save that, open up our views, and that's going to be in the links index file, right? So let's close this one. We'll fix it if it's not working. So what we're going to do is put it right next to the title of the post. So that would be right around here. What we can do is submitted by, that's going to be right here. So let's move this break statement down, and whoops, we'll create a span here, and this span is going to be, we'll use a small tag, and we're going to have to use some Ruby, some ERB. So we'll insert, what was the name of our method? I believe, probably shouldn't have closed that. Root source URL. So we'll do a root source URL. Again, you can call this whatever you want, and we're going to pass in the link that we, the URL that belongs to the link that we want. So we need to use this link argument right here. We'll do link.url, and then we're going to go ahead and close this ERB. And the next thing we'll do is think we should be able to just close the span. Let's make this small, and then we'll close the span tag. Let's save this, and we'll see how it looks. And boom, there you go. So, as you can see, blog.triplebyte.com shows up next to this link, which is the associated base URL to this link that was submitted. Now, let's submit a link just so you can see how it shows up. So, we'll go to Hacker News, and let's just get some random link here. Join Price Economics, Y Combinator Winter 12. So, as you can see, this is the full link. See, it has a path after some slashes, blah, 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 and the title of the link. So, we'll submit this. Let's just take the title and the link. Boom. So, what should show up, thanks to our helper method, is just priceconomics.com right next to the title. So, we'll submit that. And let's go to the Reddit. And boom, there it is. People can see that it's a trustworthy website. Maybe they can even research it before they click on the link. If this were something malicious, it would show up there. So there we go. If you want to make this a little better, you would go to the show page of this and add it right here under it or right next to it. It's pretty much the same procedure, except you'd have to use the instance variable. So for example, we'll go instead of link.url, it would be @link URL, because we had a do loop here, and we're not going to have that in the show page. So if you want to put it there, you can. If you want to move it around, go ahead. But for now, I think it's good. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. If you guys have any ideas, please let me know, and I'll be happy to implement them. Later.